Okay, kosher salt. Looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot because kosher salt is not as salty as table salt. Garlic granules. And some coarse pepper. Okay. Doing this because I don't want this to go bad and stink in my house, so I'll wash it off as best I can like that. Now we can throw this away because all the chicken juices go down the drain. Okay. Clean hands when you're handling chicken. You don't want any of the chicken juices anywhere else, so you gotta be more cautious with it. Okay. Now we'll season the other side of the chicken. I could use pinches, but I found out that I need a little more salt in a pinch. So, don't worry, you didn't put too much on. It's not that big a deal. Okay, salt, garlic. Now you can use any other kind. I sometimes use oregano in addition to all of these. You can use poultry seasoning, a little pepper. Okay, seasoned and ready for cooking. Okay, in the toaster oven. Toaster oven saves a lot of energy doesn't waste energy like the big oven. And now we have it set at about 375 degrees, and we'll turn it on, and it will take approximately an hour and 45 minutes. So it's 2:32, 3:32, 4:45. It'll be all done. Okay, and all cleaned up, ready to go. Let's clean this up. Now, good cup of coffee. I'm going to take this up. We want it to be a little less than that. Less. Always measure, since I make it by the single cup, I measure it. Okay, that's 3.5 pounds, but that's just because that's where the line is. Okay. Turn that on. I want to preheat the cup. So I like my coffee hot, which means I have to have a hot cup to do it. There you go. So fill it with nice hot water. As you can see, it's nice and hot and steamy. And now, one, two, about 3/4. This is not a standard coffee measure. This is a 29.6 cc, which I'm not sure how much that is. But weight-wise, what we have here, it weighs exactly 1 ounce of coffee. That coffee is ground Turkish, extremely fine grind, because I wish to expose the majority of the surface area of the coffee bean so that I can get maximum extraction. I use mini moos because they're measured, non-refrigeratable, half and half. I don't like to use too much half and half, and I don't like to. This way it's measured, and I don't have to make room for that big ass box in my refrigerator, or I would never be able to keep a quart of half and half long enough before it goes bad at the rate I use it. Okay, so now the water is starting to make noise, so I dump that out. I'll dump in my 2 packages of Splenda. I'll dump in the mini moos. And the water is just about ready. Let's see it starting to boil. I pour a little bit quickly because I want to make sure that all of the coffee gets wet for extraction. And you'll notice that by measuring it, I can boil the whole thing, dump it all in, and not have to guess, because there's no way you could guess how much do you put in without measuring it. Now as it goes through, this will take about 30 seconds to go through. See my persimmons, I'm letting them get ripe up here. They're sweating, they're so full of juice. Are they sweating, or are they just touching something else that was juicy? And then cut. We'll rinse it off and we'll see. So one thing I don't want is persimmons that attract ants, because I don't need any ants in my house. Still feel the little bits. When I bought them at the store, they were sticky, but see, it's somewhat soft. It's a little hard in some places. They're going to take a little longer. Coffee's done. See that? Okay. One more. I don't know if they're sweating juices or it's just some other crushed persimmon leaked on them in the store, but I wanted them soft already so that they won't take so long to get ripe, so I can eat them sooner. Okay, now spoon. Let's get as much coffee out of this filter as we can. and the perfect cup of coffee. See how it tastes. Oh, yummy. And nice and hot. Okay. So now we have to protect the chicken. It's been about an hour. We have to protect the chicken from burning. This is a little bit on the big side.
So why am I still thinking about this?
And it only needs to be a little bit bigger than that. Now, this is about the shape. So you smooth it out right here so it looks just like your hand. And just lay this right over the top of that. Be careful, that chicken is hot. Okay? Okay. Now the chicken will not burn on the top, but will continue to cook through. And we'll check it in another about 45 minutes. So, chicken is just about done. Be careful, very hot, very juicy. So you can see it looks beautiful. That's what it looks like. Done. Let's get it unstuck. Beautiful. Lots of good juice because there's like no fat on chicken breasts. So, the skin is absolutely wonderful tasting. Slightly crisp. I don't care what anybody says. You can throw it away if you want, but damn it, it's too good for me to throw away. Damn, that is good. Well, let's take a look at the meat. Nice and juicy. Look how beautiful juicy it is. It's not at all dry. Remember, it's an hour and 45 minutes at about 375 degrees in a toaster oven. Take a look at that. It's fairly juicy. It's not dry at all. No fat. Now, if you take this and dip it in the juice, because you look at the juice, it's juice. It's not fat. Damn, like gravy. This is total weight of this breast is probably about 6 ounces of meat. Oh man, this is like heaven right there. And if you have enough control, you can do this. I like to eat chicken just like this. I don't need to have a whole meal. This is good enough for me. Piece of chicken wrapped in chicken skin. Marvelous.
Wait till you see who's appearing in a new rap video. A video
Pepper.
If you suffer from a dry mouth, then you'll know how uncomfortable it
Damn.
is. But did you know that the
But honestly, I like to taste the chicken skin all by itself.
that brings soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy too. Biotine, for people who suffer from a dry mouth.
God, that's good.
I don't care whether you have a PhD or an MBA, everyone has questions about money.
Money's freedom. Money's always on my mind.
Nice part about this is that this makes a wonderful salad if you peel it all off and cut it into chunks. And right now, because it's hot, it'll separate from the bone real easily. So, as a matter of fact, it's kind of hot in your hands, but you can get it off with a couple of forks. That's all the chicken. Still very hot, still very flavorful. Damn. And you're all done. I actually like to do this.
It's actually Democrats that have seen the biggest switch away from saying they feel optimistic about the future. The Republicans have actually become more optimistic for the past 2 years, which I think is interesting.
What'll happen is if I leave that sitting there and put it in the fridge, that'll turn to jelly. Which means it's really good. A lot of collagen in it. It's good. Very little fat. And I use the paper to make cleanup much easier. Ta-da!